Okay, so here we are, algebra, continuing on with 3-5. So the first part was the translating. This is the other kind of word problems. So this one focuses about setting expressions equal when you're finding sames. So if the problem is ever asking you, find out when two things cost the same, when two things weigh the same, when two people have the same amount, when any two things are the same. When you're talking about same in math, same is equal in math. Same is equal in math. We know in real life that's not always true, but in math at least it is. Whenever they're talking about two things being the same, that is equal. The next part of this is that standard linear equation that I know you guys are all familiar with from last year, that y equals mx plus b, where, that b is your starting or your initial value, that starting value, and that m is like the rate, the thing that's happening over and over and over again. So you're going to be using that kind of an equation in this example here. So example 2. Janet's puppy weighed 6 pounds when she brought it home. It has been gaining 5 pounds per week. Kendall's puppy weighed 11 pounds when she brought it home, and it has been gaining 3 pounds per week. If the puppies continue gaining weight at the above rates, when will Janet and Kendall's puppies weigh the same amount? So again, weigh the same amount means set the expressions equal. Set expressions equal, then solve. That's what this is asking you to do. Oops, that doesn't go there, that goes there. So we need to first then come up with an expression for Janet and one for Kendall. So remember that starting value is the plus thing that doesn't get the variable, and that rate that's happening more than once is the one that does get the variable. So the question says, so Janet weighs 6 pounds when she brought it home, and it gains 5 pounds per week. So we're going to let W equal the number of weeks, because that's what we're determining. So 5 pounds per week means that the 5 is the piece that's getting that variable. That 5 is the rate because it's happening more than once. So 5W plus the 6 pounds it started with. Kendall, same situation. It weighed 11 pounds to start with, so that 11 is taking the place of that 6. And it's been gaining 3 pounds per week, so that would be 3W plus that 11. So that's half the battle. You're getting the expressions written down. Then you're going to set them equal and solve. So 5W plus 6. And again, we're setting them equal because we want to know when Janet's puppy will be equal to Kendall's puppy. So Janet's is equal to Kendall. Start by getting all your variables on the same side using some inverse operations. Minus that 6 over 2W is equal to 11 minus 6 is going to be 5. Divide 2, divide 2. So W is equal to 5 divided by 2 is going to be 2.5. And so just remembering to finish this off, because it's a word problem with some sort of an answer sentence. The question was asking me, when will Janet and Kendall's puppies weigh the same? So after 2.5 weeks, their puppies will weigh the same. So now we don't really care here, and we're not concerned about the fact that their puppies probably aren't going to continue growing at the same rate like that because we can't control that. But that's not what the problem's talking about. You answered the question after 2.5 weeks, and that was why it was important that the problem said if the puppies continued gaining weight at the above rates. We know realistically that's not true, but if it were to be true, then go forward.